Be sure to subscribe for more Valorant content, and be sure to watch the video until the end to actually get the point. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, so I woke up today and I saw a Valorant key in my Gmail account. So now I'm playing Valorant, which is pretty awesome. Now I have something pretty big and pretty good news for Valorant consoles, and I'm gonna explain why. Now Riot will require all tournaments to turn off blood. So this is only like 2 days ago, and Riot Games is already talking about an esports scene for their new FPS title, Valorant. Given the success of League of Legends across the globe, the community is excited to see what Valorant will become. So Valorant is taking huge steps in esports if you don't know. So what they're trying to do is expand their viewership, and that's pretty normal. So right now they're expanding in multiple platforms, and so far the mobile is gonna be out there. Even though nobody believes it, it's gonna be out there. Now what happens is 100 Thieves was the first to organize a competitive Valorant invitational. So over 40, so many viewers tune in across all platforms to watch teams made of various Twitch personality and CSGO pros. So 425 viewers is usually more big than like most CSGO tournaments. That's how big it is, and this is a huge step. Now something that actually made me very curious is smaller organizations and communities will be allowed to hold Valorant competitions as long as they follow the guidelines. Additionally, organizations will only need Riot's permission to hold such events if the prize pool exceeds 10,000. So, you know, they're gonna implement smaller tournaments, which is huge for the esports scene. Now, this is gonna be pretty big for the consoles because they're gonna try to expand, right? And they're not just gonna, people won't just watch on PC, they will also watch on PS4, and people, you know, playing on a PS4 or Xbox will of course want to play. Now what they're trying to do is removing blood. So the headline is basically Riot will require all Valorant tournaments to turn off blood. So what they're basically trying to do is minimize the violence on TV, so they get more sponsors, right? And what this basically means is these small tournaments will get a lot of hype, a lot of people will watch them. I'm pretty sure that most of these tournaments will be bigger than CSGO ones, and the hype is just unreal right now in Valorant. I think it's breaking records. It died off, the hype died off a bit, but people are now getting their beta keys to actually play, which I find pretty awesome. Now the real issue I find in this is the blood company insists that blood be toggled off for progress regardless of size. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically they're trying to make it, you know, so Sony and Xbox will actually see, you know, that their tournaments are friendly for all audiences, you know, except the guns of course, but all audiences are, you know, can allow, it could be a family broadcast, if you know what I mean. But joking aside, this is huge because this basically means that they're trying to get sponsors, and the only way they get more sponsors is getting a lot of viewers. So it's pretty cheap for them to actually expand to the PS4 platform or Xbox One platform for that matter. So just looking at this article, Valorant blows past 100 million hours watched on Twitch, nearing 200,000. So Riot Games has over 100 million hours watched in just like 10 days. So this is just a huge advantage. Now the thing is, a lot of tournaments are succeeding because, you know, for example, Overwatch and Apex Legends actually get on the, you know, all console or all platforms, right? So Overwatch being on the PS4 and Xbox can get a lot more players and a lot more of the community or the hype going with its actual player base. Now I'm pretty sure Valorant is right now trying to dominate the esports market. This is gonna be a big competition for CSGO because they have a lot of work to do it. League of Legends, they're already dominating with League of Legends, so they have some really good expertise at that matter. And you know, it's Valorant's hours watched passes ESL. Now if that doesn't tell you, before they get on consoles, when they get on consoles, this will be amazingly huge. Like there hasn't been a bigger esports stream. You know, there's not gonna be a bigger esports stream until then. Like, I can't say how this game is actually big. It might be even big than League of Legends, although it might take 10 years. The thing is, League of Legends doesn't need a huge good PC to actually play good, and right now FPS games are really in. So, Valorant additionally overcame ESL's reign as #1 hours watched that it had enjoyed for weeks. The popular CSGO outlet has hundreds of thousands of viewers tune in for various tournaments over the last weeks. Valorant also defeated the viewership for the past League of Legends World Championship, okay? Which got 125 million hours watched across the month. Okay, so that's one of the biggest streams. It's like biggest Super Bowl. And some may argue, okay, it might not be biggest Super Bowl, but you get a point, okay? Some may argue that these numbers are somehow skewed because of the addition of the beta key drops added to stream. However, the 100 Thieves Invitational Valorant brought 425 viewers across all platforms alone. Even with drops enabled, this is an impressive feat for a tournament unaffiliated with Riot Games. So, the thing is here, people are saying like, oh, the keys, they made the game, they made the hype, and this is gonna die like Apex Legends. Now, the Apex Legends died off because it didn't really listen to any of their viewers, and the 100 Thieves Invitational is fucking huge, and you don't even get like a key from that, which is pretty awesome. So this has been bigger than, like, this has been as big as, you know, ESL almost, and it's an unofficial tournament just played by smaller streamers. So streamers continue to benefit. So Valorant beta keys are still being given out around the clock across all Twitch streams playing the game. So what they basically did is they decided to just give them to every person, as you have noticed. And I think that's a pretty good decision marketing wise, because you can now watch your favorite streamer and actually getting the keys. Now, if you aren't still sure if Valorant is getting huge and getting on consoles, here's another proof I have. Now, 100 Thieves is pretty big, right? We have like, we already have the wiki page, so 100 Thieves Invitational is a closed beta tournament hosted by 100 Thieves. They already have the commentators, everything like that. Okay, pretty normal, right? They have all the big streams. You know at least one person, except Dr. Disrespect, which basically, I'm pretty sure there's a lot going around that. Basically Dr. Disrespect being banned, and he has some serious issues with how he says the drops are enabled but are not really. So he's banned from Valorant as far as say the drops. So I'm pretty sure, like, we don't count Dr. Disrespect in, right? But these people, everyone from here, it's like, he's like pretty huge. Look at this: Summit 1Gs, 2v2k, Steel, Brax, Shrouds, Kadoodle, Hicko. These are one of the biggest CSGO names already playing this game, and no one in Apex Legends played a game like that. No one in Warzone, they stream it, of course, right? But no one in Warzone is actually making these huge efforts to make such huge teams, and I really think this is the next step. Now, this is a fun article I found, so this will basically, you will see how much it means to Valorant for the 100 Thieves. So I'm guessing Riot Games is right now invested in 100 Thieves a lot, in some way or another, because Drake and Scooter Braun invest in esports company 100 Thieves. So just close this shitty ad. In November 2017, professional former player Nate Shot took his YouTube channel to announce his apparel company 100 Thieves received a multi-million-dollar investment from Cleveland Cavaliers and Quick Lane Loans Dan Gilbert, so that's a pretty big name. Now, if we scroll down, basically, Drake invested a lot of money, so some sources say 35 million, and this tells you a lot. And 100 Thieves will profit a lot from these tournaments, actually. The tournaments are bringing in huge sponsors, right? So the Riot Games has already given out for, you know, the green light for smaller tournaments that exceed 10k. So 10k is not that much in money for, you know, for tournaments that get a lot of sponsors, all right? So This is just to battle those scamming tournaments or those really small tournaments that don't mean anything. And the thing is, this could be huge because Valorant will see how 100 Thieves are doing, and they will basically agree with them to actually help them, and then all they're missing is more viewership from the consoles. Anyway, I have more videos on these. Let me know what you think of this, and this Fatman sign out. Peace, guys.